I would like to thank Stuart Macmillan for bringing this issue to the Chamber. I very much appreciate that this motion acknowledges the growing number of people who believe that the teaching of history should include an honest representation of the more shameful aspects of Scotland's past, such as its involvement in the transatlantic slave trade. I should start by emphasizing why it is so important to include this in the teaching of Scottish history. It is not an attempt to talk the country down, as some critics in the wider national media would have us believe. It has two clear constructive purposes. Firstly, to allow students to understand the horror of the past with a view to ensuring that they are never to be repeated. And secondly, to ensure that students develop a realistic appraisal of how far we have come as a nation and as a society, and how far we still have to go. A proper teaching of these aspects of our history gives context to the ongoing struggle for racial justice, both here and around the world. Scottish history lessons must also find a place for the voice of Joseph Knight, a former slave and a domestic servant, whose successful court case in Edinburgh in 1977 was founded on the principle that no man is the property of another, and for the voices of Quaker women who spoke up in Edinburgh against slavery, supporting evolutionist Frederick Douglass in his speaking tour in the 1840s, craving his campaign messages on the side of Arthur Sets in Holyrood Park, not so far from where the Scottish Parliament sits today. Changing our approach will allow students to understand why that struggle proceeds at different speeds from one place to another, to see how its legacy affects people of different background and experiences in difficult ways, and perhaps most importantly, to understand how the move towards racial justice from abolition onwards and have strengthened us. We're better off as a society when everybody's human dignity is respected. I would like to both highlight and uphold the measures recently implemented in Wales, which seeks to ensure a good ground in Black and Asian and minority ethnic studies for every student. This encompasses the study of history, identity, and culture. The history component includes teaching of the involvement of Wales in slavery and colonialism. While there are differences in the educational framework between our respective countries, I do not see any reason why Scotland could not aspire to this kind of approaches. I believe this is something that we should move towards, and that teaching of Scottish history would be more comprehensive and inclusive for it. I know that this view is shared by colleagues across the Chamber today, and I would welcome an assurance from the Minister in concluding this debate that can all work together on taking these issues towards. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.